Well, it's another exciting episode of Danny's Dehydration Station. I was actually on my way to throw these outside because my husband doesn't like them because he says they're too greasy. And then I got to thinking, I was going to throw them out for the birds, but again, I have a problem with wasting food, and not that it would be totally wasted. I'm sure the birds would appreciate it. But I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice all these up, and as you can see, they're in nice little tiny pieces here. I'm going to do the rest here shortly, but I'm going to be scattering them all over on this nice little tray and spacing them out. I don't really know the technical name of this tray. It's not a fruit leather roll-up tray, obviously. It would be running through like crazy, and then I'd have one heck of a mess to clean up, and that's just not my idea of a good time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to space these out as best I can. I may actually have to improvise because as you can see the rack underneath, there's some big holes that when that dries I don't want it to fall through. So I may end up making another holy shelving rack. Well, it's not shelving rack, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, roll up tray type idea, aerated out of paraffin parchment. Jeez, I'm having a good day. Parchment paper, where I'll make a circle like I have before, but put a bunch of little, slits in it so that there's airflow coming through. But I'm going to do what I can with this and get it on the dehydrator. So I'm just going to pause because I don't think you really need to see me slicing all of this up. And we'll be back shortly. I'm one of these people, I slice as I go kind of thing. So I got one rack done, the one I showed you, and like I said, I was going to have to make some more. I was right. So I got an old one I've already made. I just flipped it over, and what I'm doing is I'm taking a knife. I'm trying to do this so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Let me borrow my tea mug to put my camera on top of. All right, stay with me here. This is all I'm doing is I'm just taking a knife and I'm just poking holes in all over the place wherever the knife will go through, and aerating it so that I can put the pepperoni pieces on top. Now you don't have to do this just for pepperoni, obviously. You can do this for many things. I'm going to stop stabbing so you can hear me. If I ran out of something, those trays for other littler things that you want to do, like miniature marshmallows that fall through, this is a great idea. It's a cheap on the fly fix. So I'm going to finish my cheap on the fly fix and get these loaded up on there, and I'll show you what that looks like. So once again, hang on. Okay, so we've got the first rack on, and I did tell, well, actually first I had to take off the other stuff we were doing. Remember, we were doing the mandarin peels for simmer pots and potpourri, and I was also finishing off the powder. It's, as you can see, it actually went hard again, so I may have to crumple it up and dry it some more. So that's just the way she goes, but that's okay. You know what? It's how we make fruit powder, and as you can see, it's very flaky on my fingies, but I'm going to switch hands so I don't get that all over the pepperoni. All right, so I told you I was going to make up some more trays. I had the ones that I had made from parchment paper. I flipped them over after I gave them a good wipe down and stabbed them lots just to aerate them. You probably don't even have to do that, but I just do because I think that's probably going to speed up the time of it. So there is a total of 4 racks, which is perfect. Again, I'm going to put my dehydrating powder that I've been doing. This stuff, there you go. I'm going to blend that up some more in my little magic bullet, and then I'll put it back on the tray, and then I'll probably put it on the very top. But this section is mainly about the pepperoni. You want to try to space these out so that they're not touching as I move them. Everything slid, and that's okay, because I'm going to be checking on them from time to time. You may have noticed I didn't say anything about drying times on anything, and I've come to realize, I think I mentioned to you in a previous video, that what the manufacturer of, for example, there's some of my powder, the manufacturer of the Nesco here, for example, it said that apples take 4 to 6 hours. No, they take as long as they take, and they will be dry as soon as they're dry, and not a second sooner. That's what I've learned. So patience is the key. You're just going to keep checking on it. I'm going to turn that on, and yeah, we'll let that run. And as for what I'm going to do, oh, forgot to tell you, you want the temperature around 145, maybe even 150, but this is already pre-cooked, so I'm going to go 145. I'll probably speed it up. Actually, no, I'm going to lie. I'm going to go 150. And then I know it's good. Okay, so that's what's going to happen afterwards when it's all dry. I'm going to package it up, and you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with it? Well, I can use that for little miniature pizzas if I want to do that, or I can just rehydrate them and kind of toss it in with a little bit of chili or something where I want a bit more spice, or I could just have that in a backpack as, nibble snacks. That's all there is to that one. So I'll let that go, and chances are when I start my next video, we'll do the finish up of this, because that just seems to be the way it is, because I haven't learned how to edit yet. So stick with me. One of these days I'll get really fancy and give you some super professional videos, but in the meantime, this is just the how do I do stuff, and here you are with me. So thanks for being here. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.